Welcome to the greatest Rotary Club in the county. Who said that? Who said that? Universe. All right. Our invocation, Terry Carl.
Dear Lord, thank you so much for this day and our blessings here gathered together as a community. And we just want to thank you for all the gifts that you continue to provide, not only our Rotary Club, but also our community, and remind us to be faithful in the trust that you give us to give light to others, be a shelter, be a provider for everyone in need. Thank you so much. In your Lord's name we pray. Amen.
All right, flag salute. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the four-way test. Is it the truth?
Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
David, we have a song.
We have a song in honor of Edgar Martinez and his induction into the Hall of Fame. Let's sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Yes,
Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Oh, it's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
All right. Okay, visiting Rotarians. Any visiting Rotarians? How about guests of Rotary? Any guests of Rotary? Look at that. We got, hey, there's one guest over there next to Travis. Welcome, Joe. Okay, moving along. Ashley Richards, where are you? Come on up here. Look what I got. You're official. We got a badge.
There you go. Congratulations. There you go. All right. Thank you, Carl. You bet. All right, cool.
All right, I got a really nice thank you card from the fine folks next door at the Senior Center. I want to read it to you. It's pretty good. Dear Sedro Woolley Rotarians, on behalf of the Sedro Woolley Senior Center Advisory Board, and especially every senior, grandchild, caregiver, and volunteer who eats lunch, plays cards, does a puzzle, attends a meeting, has a chat, or takes a break while using the comfortable chairs that we provide, thank you. They look great too. So if you want to check out our handiwork, it's right next door at the Senior Center. We bought a bunch of chairs this year, and Ellen has shepherded that project through. Way to go. All right. Reminder that if we can plan a work day on April 27th, that's a district-wide Rotary work day, and we're supposed to do something, I think.
Carl?
Yes.
I think there's some follow-up work at the McMurray Cemetery that maybe we could do on that day. I don't know, Steve, was that your opinion? No, that's what Andrew tells me.
That would be a fantastic project, Bill. We just need a driver. You want to drive it? And we'll get
Oh,
it.
we can do it.
Okay.
I'll delegate it to my son.
Yeah, there you go. Even Jeff just delegate it back. So those of you that don't know, the cemetery out at Lake McMurray is vastly overgrown and in need of some TLC. And Bill bought a Rotary work party, and we went out last year and he donated it to the cause of cleaning up the cemetery. We did a whole bunch of good work. I think if we did about 10 more of those, we'd have it in really good shape. So there's plenty to do out there. We just need weed eaters, chainsaws, rakes, shovels, burn pile, that kind of stuff. And, yeah, maybe a maniacs, who knows. One of the benefits out of that work party last year is if you needed wood, we ended up with a bunch of rounds, and I filled my pickup truck full of maple. And so maybe there's a way you can get some firewood out of the deal. All right. Last night, bingo was a big hit. We want to thank Sheena for putting it all together, Mike for cooking, and did a great job. And Mike Janicki, that was maybe a first in his whole life. He made a vegetarian dish. It was vegetarian spaghetti sauce and it was really good. Also, thanks to John Janicki and Mike Mosier for announcing, and Phil for helping out at the check-in. And if I missed anybody? I think I got most everybody that was on that. Thank you all, it was a lot of fun. All right, any other announcements from anybody? Anna, back in the heart of reaches.
Okay, so on behalf of the fellowship committee, Sheena and I discussed putting together a sign-in sheet for one of the fellowships. Events that are coming up is a Rotary Bowling night. I created a sign-up sheet. If it's something that's of interest for you, your family, friends, we really need to know how many people can and or want to be there so that we can reserve lanes or pick a different date or whatever. So I will just pass this around if you are interested. The information's at the top, and please just put a name down so we can kind of figure out where we're going with that. Yes?
I have a question. Is that for just our club, or are we going to open it up to other clubs?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. I just know it's part of our
When we've done it in the past,
fellowship.
each Rotary Club put together at least one team, and we had kind of a competition. It was a lot of
I
fun.
think this is just for our club. I
Okay.
don't know that this is more just like a fireside or a moment for us to all hang out kind of a thing. So, but anybody, is my understanding, family, friends are welcome to come. We just need to kind of get a rough head count, if the date even works for people. Tentatively, it's set for Friday the 22nd in the evening.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you for grabbing that. Daryl Heisler. Who? Yes. I was going to say Daryl Hooper, but he's in the wrong club.
My brother Daryl. So last night I sent out a list of potential mailing lists for our save the date, and then ultimately our registration for the auction coming up. And so if you haven't had a chance to look at that, please do that today and get me any information that might need to be changed on that so we can get it to our printer so you can send the save the date flyer out soon, and then we'll go from there. And if you have anything on there that you notice that you need to talk about, see me after. Yes, and if there's some people that you know that we should send one to, and they're not on that list, let me know that as well. Thanks.
Anyone else? Anyone else have a? Oh, I'm out of battery. Okay. Any other announcements? All right, I will replace the batteries in this thing, and we'll have a raffle.
Anybody else want to help pick up? How about fantastic, thanks. So the first thing we'll do is we're just going with the $2 for immunity. Might be a wise idea, just saying.
Here you go, Dave.
Good, good. All right, so is there anybody that is not paying? So, anyone not paying immunity? Where's the fun in that? All right, well, just say one thing. If you're not wearing your badge, pay $1 or call it good. How's that? I had a great thing too, with spelling words and everything.
I think the secret to that is you got to say immunity is $5 or $10.
I thought about going to immunity for $3, and if they don't pay it, only $1 you're done. So, okay, so I guess happy bucks.
I'm always happy. $4 worth. So if you're not my friend on Instagram and you're not my friend on Facebook, you may not know that my son won the LaVenture Middle School Spelling Bee yesterday. So you might want to become my friend on either of those platforms, or both. And then you can like both. I do like it when people like both sides. He won. He beat an 8th grader and a 7th grader. Those are the finals. He's a 6th grader. I'm not bragging by any means. But the really super special thing, there's something really special about this. His daddy, who died when he was 2 years old, went to the National Spelling Bee. So he has not done a spelling bee. I don't think either of my children from Nick wanted to compete with that legacy. And so this was the first year he's actually done a spelling bee. And he just absolutely nailed it. So it's a cool little story. He's so proud. And now we have to buy all these books on roots and, what is it, etiology? Is that the way you say that? I can spell it for you. And we're going to be focusing on words for the next 2 months.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Today's Thursday. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m., Temple Grandin is coming to the Civic Auditorium in Everett. And she's amazing. If you guys don't know who she is, she's about 74, 75 now. She's going to talk about her experience growing up with autism. So I invite you all to come.
Hey, Dana, can you put that on the board? That way people that might want to go, they'll have a way to remember.
Have a happy 10. I was at the high school last night. We had our unified basketball team play, and our unified team is students with special needs and students that are general education, played Squalica, and it was just a blast to watch those kids out, and it brought a little joy to my heart. So I'm happy for that.
Well, I got to be $5, I guess happy, sad, but the funeral for Vivian Russell was this weekend. And we have a lot of new members in the club that have never gotten to experience an auction with Terry and Vivian Russell at it. And if you haven't, you really missed something. They were incredibly generous people, and it was a lot of fun to watch them at our auction. I personally got to grow up with kind of around Terry and Vivian, people, so I just wanted to get up and say something. All the new members here, we lost a couple great people with those two.
So I was at the Mayor's Exchange Conference yesterday. Among all the things that we did talk about, we talked about the civic groups that work within our community, and I had a chance to really talk about Rotary, and it occurred to me while I was sharing that many of the parks and the ballparks that we have in Sedro Woolley is thanks to the Rotary. And so I think it just goes to show that we really are the greatest club in the universe.
All right, I have a happy buck, but I forgot what it was, so I'll just leave it at that. If I remember it later. It's funny, I had it on the tip of my tongue. Oh well. Anything else? Any other announcements or happy bucks? Okay, we're good. We're moving right along. All right, it's time for early leavers, which you're not going to want to go. We have a very special speaker today. Sunshi Poo, like Winnie the Pooh, is our speaker, and she started her own business, and she is a refugee, and she has a wonderful story to tell, and I would like to, Sunshi, are you ready? Okay, come on up, we want to hear all about it. Let's please welcome Sunshi Poo.
Hello. So my name is Sanchi Koo, and I'm a genocide survivor from Cambodia. And Cambodia is located between Thailand and Vietnam. Most of you may have heard about genocide happening in Cambodia between 1974 and 1979. Claimed over 2 million lives, mostly men and the most educated one, which bring the country back to what as we refer to year zero. So today I'm going to talk about my journey from that dark period to now and what's next. I was born in Cambodia during the war. At 1 year old, my father was taken away to the killing field, and one of my brothers, he was also taken away, but he was sick, so he was buried alive. That's what we was told. Right after the war, another brother passed away. I remember watching my mom cry her heart out, holding my brother, and at the same time, the gunfire was still going on back and forth above our roof. And so it's pretty dramatic for a 5-year-old girl, so that's probably one of the reasons why I have a very strong memory about that. And shortly after that, my mom decided to flee the country for my own future, risking her life. So it took us about a month to cross the border to Thailand. And I remember walking through the same forest where my aunt, my cousin, was robbed, raped, and killed. Luckily, we passed through the forest, and we got through the border. We passed the border, but then we have to walk a while to reach the refugee camp. But because we are the last one to enter the refugee camp, so we are illegal refugees. So finally, we able to sneak into the camp, and so that's how it is. Like if we get caught, they're gonna send us back to Cambodia. So luckily we was able to sneak in, and your life in the refugee camp has its own drama. So we constantly live with anxiety because we don't know when they're gonna cut us and then send us back. But we know that day going to come. So one day, I remember, for some reason, I woke up very early, like around 5 o'clock, looking through a hole on my door and see all these men in black uniform with a gun everywhere. And I went to tell my mom, and my mom said, that's it, that is the day. So, but it's too late for us to escape because they are everywhere. Sorry, I can't believe that. So we were hiding in between the wall because our room is like right between the wall, and I didn't expect to get emotional about this.
It's okay.
So we hear all these soldiers coming. They are about 5 feet from our door, but for some reason they turn around. So we escaped, but unfortunately for a lot of people on that day has died because when they hide in the giant water tank, they drown in there. And also in the, oh my God, I didn't expect to get this emotional. So some of them hide in the giant honey bucket and they drown in there. Some of them hide under the ground and the ground collapses and bury alive, and some of them get bite by the snake. So, and then some of them get cut, separated from the kid or from the parent. So, and whoever get caught, they will be.
Now you're gonna make me cry, come on.
I never speak about this in public, so I didn't expect to get emotional about that. So all those people who get cut were sent to another camp, waiting to send back to Cambodia. I've been angry about all this tactic, why they do that, because all the people who have, so after they get cut, whoever can escape, they give the ID. And I still question about that, and I hope one day I can ask the international community why they did that, because all the people who have the ID in the camp doesn't mean they are able to immigrate to other country. So the people who cannot pass the test, questionnaire test about the history and about the family here, eventually they will send back to Cambodia anyway, even though they have ID. So why they try to do the catching and then have people die because of that? So we got the ID, and the nightmare is not done yet. So every day we have to be alert. Every night we have to be alert, prepared to run every night, because in the camp they have these a group of thieves with heavily armed. They came to the camp, rob and rape. So every night we have to prepare to run. If people say the thief is coming, we have to grab whatever we can and run. So I was so sick and tired of running every night that I told my mom, I said, you guys go, I want to sleep. But my mom, she had to drag me out of the bed and just run. So it's about 4 years we have to do that. And finally, we passed the test, and then we got to another refugee camp. In that refugee camp, if you cannot pass the health test, you won't be able to immigrate to any country either. So, luckily for us, we passed the test, but one of our family friends who lived next door, the husband, he has tuberculosis, so he cannot pass the test. So to avoid being a burden to his family, he hung himself next to my room, and they woke me up in the middle of the night to have me go sleep with another neighbor, but they couldn't tell me what's going on until the morning that I found out that the husband of my mom's friend, he hung himself. So going through that, finally we got it. So that is me in the blue shirt there in the first refugee camp. So we finally, get past all the tests, everything. We was able to immigrate to Canada, and so in Canada, it's a new life, but it's a new challenge as well, because we got there with no money, no education, so nothing. We have to start from zero again. And so my mom and I, we went to school, and in the evening we worked at sewing clothes. So that is my first day arrived in Montreal airport, and whatever we have on the car, that's what we have. So we, at age of 13, I already mastered the individual sewing machine, because I had to work with my mom every evening after school. And it's very challenging for me, because as it was, I was 13. It's very challenging for me because I don't know a word of French. So I have to go to school starting at 7th grade. And then I have to kind of work extra, and then at the same time, help my mom sewing clothes at home. So finally, I went to school, graduated, and get my degree in fashion design. I've been working in the garment industry over there for a while before moving to the United States. And I started working for REI, and then moved to 8 Hour, and then finally moved to Nike because they're looking for someone to take care of the NFL project, the NFL uniform project. So because I have the background in manufacturing and everything, so I got hired and then handling the NFL uniform. So my role is to bring the design into life. So they give me the designer, give me the sketch. I have to work on the pattern and the fitting. So my role is design engineering in the government. So, and then that's what my work. Have to make sure that it's fit well on the player. So I work with the player to make sure that the uniform fit them well as meet the requirement of the NFL.
Did I miss it, or did you end up getting a degree in Canada?
Yeah, I finished my degree in Canada and then worked in the industry for a while before I moved in here. Yeah, so everything in French. So when I moved here, I don't know much English, so I have to start over again. So I watch the cartoon and then repeat the word after them. So yeah, it's another. So this is what we do the fitting on at Nike, and also we do the fitting on the player at the Seahawks facility. And so my work is pretty much the liaison between the factory and the designer, make sure that everybody can execute. If they cannot, then I'm jump in there to make sure everything happens. So this is me in the CenturyLink. We do a color testing on the screen. So they want to make sure that the color they want is reflect on the screen on the TV. So we have to go there and do that. So after they want the Super Bowl, they asked me if I want to take a picture with it. I say, why not? And then that is my so that is my wallet, the number 12, and then we have the bag, the number 12 too. So feel free to grab one. So yeah, so that is pretty much I complete the project, everything, and then I decide to quit Nike and move on to a project that I dream to do. So that is my last day at Nike. Instead of like a farewell party, I asked them to do a adult packaging because after that I'm going to Cambodia for 2 months to start my charity project. But so my charity project I already started in 2003. That was
You got to tell us more about Advil. What's that there for?
Oh, to give it to all these elderly, because they have pain, arthritis, stuff like that, but they cannot afford to do that. So yeah, so this is back in 2003. That is my first time going back to Cambodia after I fled the country. So there is a lot of starvation going on, and that is during the flood. If it's the flood, nobody can do anything on the ground. So a lot of poor people go without food for days. And so we distribute rice, cookie, medicine, school supply. And that is for 3 villages in there. And it's very challenging also because during the flood season, it's very hard to travel because the water is like everywhere. So that is the first project that I started, and after that I came back and then still working in the corporate. But in 2012, when I quit Nike, I went back for 2 months, kind of tried to study what's going on there, and I found out that a lot of elderly they left behind because a lot of NGO go help children because they can get a lot of help, money from all the donors. But you don't heard much about helping elderly because they don't see the future in there. So what happened is that because all the husband, children were killed, so some of them have left them only by themselves. And when they get older, they cannot afford to do anything. They don't have money. They don't have the energy to work. Some of them still have to work in their 80, but they earn about $1 or $2 a day. So, so this one, as you can see, this is their house. It's not, something that they stay temporary. It's their house, and it is not even on their land. So they was kind of loaned by a neighbor to kind of put a temporary house in there, and that is not. There's no wall. It's just pretty much the garbage bag around. So this like family of 5. Her husband went away to work, and that is there inside their house. So I went through every single house to kind of witness it in a way. So that is, yeah, and then this is another 3 people, a family of 3, her husband was sick, lay on the bed, so I don't want to take picture inside. But that is a house of 3, and that is a single mom house there. So, but my focus right now is more for elderly because they are the most vulnerable for anything, and there is no government help at all. So there is no money or medical anything for help. You are on your own. Even food. I met one of the lady. She rely on neighbor to get food, but sometimes the neighbor don't have time or they were away. She just stay without food. So and then this is this lady. She start having these tumor like the size of a thumb, but she didn't have money to go remove it, and here it is. I tried to help her. We contact the doctor here and do the surgery, or went there and do the surgery, everything. It took 12 hours to remove that, 37 kilo, but unfortunately she cannot survive after the second surgery. So he's like an 18 years old boy, but yeah. So I went to all the villages that I can access to. This is the furthest village. It took us 9-hour drive from the capital to the place. And then the place is right way in a remote area. It took us 3 hours from the town to that place. And I want to go to some places where there's no, the NGO cannot access to, either because it's too far or it's too dangerous. So that is the village that I went there. Nobody, no NGO has been there. I asked all the children there what they want, like one thing they want, and they asked me for school. Because all of them, the whole village, only 2 of them know how to write and read. The rest, even though they are 16 years old, they don't know how to write or read. So I decided that, okay, I'm gonna build a school for you. That is the most challenging because it's of the location, and it's go up the hill, so it's very hard to bring the construction material to go there. And we have to travel a 3-hour go and 3-hour come back. So 6 hours a day just traveling to go there, and then we have to do it every day for 5 days until the school finishes. So I was able to arrange all the school supplies and everything, and then build a school for them. And that village, they have no electricity, no water, so no running water. If they want to get water, they have to go down to the spring and grab the water. They have no container at their house. All they have is just the bottle that we left there. Any small container that they can access to, and then they use these vegetable container to transport the water. You're gonna see a little bit later on. So that is the project that I do there. And so going back to my project for the senior, so because there's a lot of the need for the senior, my goal is to establish a nursing home for them. So gathering them all in one place, so that way they don't need to worry about food, they don't need to worry about medicine, and they always know that they have somebody there to take care of them. So that is my next project that I want to focus on, and so that is the school is almost done, and my mom she's very great because she had to go along with me. So, and you know, my mom, she's my role model in terms of like how strong she did for me, in terms of losing her husband, her son, her children, her father, her brother, her sister, all in the same years. So it's very tough for her. So I started as Year Zero Foundation because of the genocide bring the country back to zero. So I call it Year Zero Foundation, but I might gonna change it to Year Foundation with my new company. So at this point, I'm still kind of working on it. So this is the last day, and we kind of arranged for them to get all their school supplies, everything, and we try to do as fast as we can because when the dark is like 4 o'clock, it's all black, like dark, because there's no electricity at all. So, and we drive through the forest, so it's very challenging to get back and forth during the evening. So, yeah. So, when after I came back from that trip in 2012, I was sick for about 6 months. I almost died because I have the symptom of malaria, but the specialist doctor couldn't define whether it's malaria or not. They test all my blood, but they say it's not malaria, but the symptom I have is all malaria. So it took me about 6 months to kind of recover, but almost, gone. So after that, I asked myself, what's next? So I know that if I go back to corporate, I won't be much of help because, the salary that I get there's no way I can make a big impact on the society, on their life. So I decided to, so I just want to show you there. This is where the water they come to take is in the stream where they bathe, they wash clothes, everything there. They took the drinking water from there too. So, yeah, so that's how they have to do it every day to get water. And so I provide the water filter, and they brought it from the filter from here. And so that's all the container they have. Is a small bottle there, and yeah, and then that's the thing that they use most of the time. So yeah, so when I came back, I decided to start a company. That is what my passion is the business and giving back. So so that's the lady that I mentioned earlier. She relied on the neighbor to get food, and she's on a wheelchair. So that's why when the neighbor is not there, she just go without food. And gonna show you quickly inside her house is terrible. That is inside her house. And yeah, and the next one is used to be her kitchen, but since she's no longer able to do anything, and it's just become an unused space with all the junk. So yeah, that is her kitchen. So a few images here is showing all the elderly that I've been visiting because I was planning to do that nursing home. So I went through a lot of villages. It's kind of looking for all these ladies, how their what is all their story, and then so that is another lady. She this is all she has on that room. And then also she relied on neighbor to get food as well. And this lady, that is her house. So she relied on the neighbor to get food as well. And she lived close to the temple, so when they have activity going on, they're able to share some food with her. So, yeah, so basically I start I start the company to generate, it's called Yay Novelty. Yay stands for why and why I start the company and why I create a product. So, so my company give 20% of the profit back to my foundation, and so hopefully the company grow, that I can generate more profit and I can start the project. And so pretty much that, and the rest is just the product I've been created, and yeah, and then hopefully that one day I can start that project. You guys have any questions? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't have a question. I just have a wow. Thank you very much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
And I just want to comment. I know that I knew your story, but this really just it's so hard. You know, it just touches your heart. But I've also been wanted to plug your product just a little bit, because I found that my little wallet that I have was the perfect thing right there, that one, going through the airport. My passport, my debit card, everything fits in there, and I just sail right through, and I don't have to worry about a purse or anything else. So,
yeah, I got a lot of press release, and they asked me how they can help. I said, just spread the word and support the product. That's how, you know, I don't want to ask people donation until the project starts, so they see it. And that's why I funded through my company first, and then make that happen, and then people can join it if they want to. Yeah.
Everybody, she's in Amazon. All you gotta do is Google this stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this is the wallet with the Super Bowl shopping. And so our product is currently in about 400 stores. And the wallet is in also all the container store, so it's about 88 stores.
So who does all of the sewing and mending?
It's me.
You're doing all of it?
Yeah. So I'm a one-person run the company that I can afford to hire. So I've been running, but when I need help, I subcontract to women that need help too. So what I've been doing is the women who couldn't speak well English, they don't have skill, or they have children that they cannot afford daycare. So what I did is I trained them how to sew it, and then have them work on their own schedule, and that way they can work as well as take care of their kids and family.
Needs to come back. It's full.
What did you get a degree in?
Pardon me?
What is your degree in?
In fashion design.
Manufacturing and design?
No, well, fashion design, but because fashion design, because at that time, the garment industry is not moving to China yet. So I have the chance to work in a factory. So that's why I have the experience in factory. And then I've been sewing production since 13, so it's kind of like in my blood. That's the reason why Nike, they hired me right away, because they couldn't find anyone to take care of the project, because the skill, the career, the field that we in is not much people in the US anymore, because since the garment industry moved to overseas, it's not much left of.
So you work for your mother at 13. Does your mother work for you now?
No, I take care of her. She depends on me 24/7 because she couldn't walk, she couldn't drive, she doesn't speak English much, she doesn't know about how the living thing in the US. So pretty much, wherever I go, you see her. So, and then she has surgery all the time, so.
You'll have to bring her to meet us. All right, well, let's give her a big round of applause.
So when you're making that big contract with the next big football team, you can use a pen from the greatest Rotary club in the universe. So, thank you very much. Another round. I think they liked your presentation. Thank you so much.
Carl, you might know that she's located in Sedro, Woolley on the Grip Road.
Yeah, she lives right here on the Grip Road in Sedro, Woolley. And Sunshi, I want you to know that we look for partners just like you to do international project work with. We can raise a lot of money, and we would really love to help you on one of your projects. So make sure and ask us, and then you can see me afterwards. I'll help explain it.
Thank you.
And you're the, oh my God, what a story. Wow. Thank you. All right, does anybody have anything else to share? Phil?
I'm going to recycle the plastic and the metal cans, so leave on the table.
Okay, leave your cans on the table. Let's help break down. And with that, we'll end a little early.